Okay, so the first step that we'll take a look at is mastery, the fundamentals of the business. I'm looking to make sure that my clients aren't hemorrhaging money, perhaps hemorrhaging profitability, hemorrhaging customers, hemorrhaging staff out of their businesses. And the way we do this is we look at 4 prime areas. The first area is money mastery. I'm looking to make sure that my clients have the right information in terms of it being relevant, timely and accurate for them to make ever better decisions. Specifically, we're looking for information where we can plan going forward. So we like to know exactly where the break-even point is in a business, and that may well be on a weekly or a fortnightly, monthly basis. Why do we need to know that? Because break-even, if we're below break-even, then we know we're in a loss-making position, and if we continue indefinitely with that scenario, ultimately, as we know, we go bust. If we're above the break-even point, we're making profit, we have funds to invest in the business, to grow the business, and ultimately in ourselves. So we look at the cost base, and we look at fixed v variable costs. Marketing is a very interesting example. Marketing is traditionally put forward as being a cost within the business. Our approach is that marketing is an investment. It's where we will only spend money where we know there's a good likelihood of a better return. So it becomes very much a variable cost within the business. And there's a host of other thoughts, procedures, ideas that we put in place in terms of money mastery as a first step. We also look in that area, such as where do we sit as regards aged debt, how much are we holding in stock, and other areas where we can look to improve pretty quickly cash flow. We look at the way that the business is financed. Are we financing it through bank, through overdraft, through loan? Are we looking at factoring? Whatever it may be, what's most appropriate for the business from a profitability perspective. Next area is time mastery. Typically, just about all my clients when they come to see us are time challenged, spending far too many hours working in the business. So one of the first things we look to do is to help them to free up some initial time. And the way that we do that is take them through a number of techniques, probably about 10 to 12 different areas where they can improve their time mastery. That will include, for example, when we write action lists. Our recommendation is that you produce an action list at the end of the day, not at the start of the day. At the end of the day, we have a good reflection on what needs to be done. It also means that when we go home for the evening, we're not stressed out about have we remembered to do this, this and this. We've actually written that down within the action list. So when we arrive the next morning, we know exactly where we need to start. If we produce an action list at the start of the day, and then go through the day, we'll achieve various things, some things we won't achieve. Typically through the evening, we're starting to worry about the things we've forgotten to do. We produce an action list at the start of the next day, and unfortunately we may well have forgotten one or two of those key things, and the process perpetuates itself. So we do a lot within the time mastery area. The third area is delivery mastery. We spend a lot of time with clients making sure that their product is properly differentiated in the marketplace. I'm going to come on to that in a little while. But we also want to know specifically, is that product of the right quality for us to be able to secure ongoing business? And the product would incorporate the whole nature of the service surrounding that. So the support mechanism that we offer, the ongoing support over time that we might provide. Also the way that we commercially package that. All aspects of making sure we get the delivery right. Right product, right place, right time. The fourth area is destination mastery. Destination mastery is about developing the individual. So a business owner and a business leader would look to spend time making sure that people move out of their comfort zones. Perhaps read one or two business publications they've never thought or seen before. Take them to areas where they'd never thought it perhaps appropriate for the business. It was an area where they weren't comfortable, and we'll support them through that. Key aspect within this is planning. Interesting exercise undertaken at Harvard Business School a number of years ago, where they took 1,000 top graduates who had actually gone out into the business community and were running businesses. They analysed the success of those businesses and found that 3%, just 3% of those businesses accounted for 98% of the wealth. All of a sudden, the study focused very much into those successful individuals. And what they found across those people was that all of them had written goals. Goals that they worked with, goals that they regularly updated, referred back to. Key aspect. So one of the things as regards Destination Mastery we put in place is making sure that our clients are properly trained from a planning perspective and on an ongoing basis. Okay, so that's just one or two of the areas that we'll touch on regarding mastery. So that was step one.